Bam! Cheers, everybody. What is going on, y'all? So we're going to get back into it. So today I'm going to go through a combination of a mobility and a shoulder and arm routine, especially because if you guys heard me talking about this yesterday and the day before, kind of jacked my back up. So we're going to make some modifications here, y'all. And I figured this is a great opportunity to talk about how we can modify in our training, but also still have consistency and focus on what we can control. And obviously everyone's situation is different. I'm not saying if you have an injury to push through it and risk more injury, but depending on what you're cleared to do, being able to work around it and not just getting a case of the F-hits, throwing your hands up. Like, well, I guess that's a wrap for whatever it is I was going to do because I can't do this one thing. I'm not going to do anything. Like, especially when people tell me, oh, like I hurt my leg. It's like, oh, well, that sounds like you still work upper body, or I hurt my upper body. Oh, it sounds like you still work lower body. Like we have options and things that we can still focus on and control at the end of the day. So with that being said, we're going to go through a warm-up routine. I'm going to use some bands here. I'm also going to pick through products while we're going through it. Instead of me just highlighting the products, I'm also going to play B-roll. So that was some feedback I got from you guys. Thank you for that, for giving me that feedback. We'll get into the right fit weighted belt because I'm going to be putting that on. And I'm going to be using the bands here to get me warmed up. And then I'm going to use the right fit bands for one of the exercises that we're going to be doing. So we got all the fun getting thrown at us right off the bat. And voila.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the right fit back brace or back support while you're weightlifting. So it has this little arced rounded edge that's going to be perfect for a position straight up. And you can also see where it says right fit. That's how you know how you're going to position it. Nice and easy, simple loop through. It's got Velcro, so I'm looping it right through here. I'm going to Velcro it in to have it nice and supportive. And what I like to use this for, especially on heavier weighted pull-ups, using it for deadlifts, and being able to properly brace and breathe into it to support the back. It's not only great for heavier lifts, but also to be able to properly breathe and put pressure throughout your core and torso as you're going heavier on weights, or if you just need that added support. Check it out, y'all, and definitely a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm actually going to throw it on here too. While I'm not going super heavy, I am going to be doing an overhead military press. So I want to have some of that extra support and breathe into it, especially since my back's kind of acting up. I want to leverage that support while also being mindful of how I'm using it. So I thought that was a good opportunity for that. Got about another 20 seconds here of me just kind of going through some mobility movements. Oh yeah, what's up, shoulders? And again, if you guys got questions, let me know in the chat. I love hearing from you guys, talking about questions, all that good stuff. All right. Bam. All right, so now we're going to go for 20 reps. Pulling this in. I'm also going to highlight the right fit band here, since this is also a good example of a movement you can do with the right fit bands. Let me pull this up. All the bands.
In this video for the right fit resistance bands, I wanted to break down kind of a second feature that I didn't do in my first video. Now I've got the 45-pound set, so you can see they have 3 different resistance bands here. Now check this out. I slightly pull out the band and you're gonna see there's a little like looping locking mechanism that locks into place. So if I don't want the 10 pounds of resistance, I wanna drop it down. Now I can go to 35 pounds of resistance and then I still have the other bands in place, and then I'm good to go with the handles. So it's really that simple to swap out the resistance and the weight, and definitely an easy to use function. Again, we just pull it out, pop open, and then you can drop the band out or just easily add it back through again, thread it in, lock it into place, and you're good to go.
And voila, y'all. All right, so now I'm just setting up for, again, the barbell press. We're going with the military barbell press variation, and then I'm doing a front raise with the actual bands. Let me highlight. Get the OBS webcam since we're using that puppy. You can see as I'm moving, it's following with me. It's got that motion tracking feature. And now we'll get into, while I'm getting this last setup piece going, the Zealous weighted vest, which I actually don't have on today. I'm probably going to add on for, actually, you know what? I can actually keep this on while I'm going. You know what? I'm going to leave it off just to be mindful because of the back component. Because I gotta remind myself, dude, don't push it just for the sake of pushing it. You know what I mean? One thing I've learned as I've aged, guys, having a calculated approach, a systematic approach, really helps prevent from pushing where it's not necessary.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the Zealous weighted vest. So I'm going to throw this bad boy on to show you how easy it is right out of the box, throwing it on. Now, the one thing I will say, it also comes with this really cool phone carrier, and it even has a second little strap here. So you have the first part for your phone, second little pouch for like keys, money clip, whatever you want to do. Again, that can zip closed. Now, it also has a buckle feature. So again, I can buckle this up if I'm going to do any runs. Tighten it the way I want. It has nice reflective straps on the front and on the back so that if you decide to go out running with it, again, you'll have that reflective component. And it's not only great for outdoor runs, cardio, you can do push-ups, you can do pull-ups. Perfect example right here. I like to use it for adding weight for the pull-ups. And as you can see, it stays perfectly in place. It's not restrictive. And this has a variety of weighted options, everywhere from 6 pounds all the way up to 30 pounds and everything in between. So definitely a thumbs up and a recommend to add more resistance to your workouts. And it can be actually great for as you're losing weight to help keep your body strong with the weight that you're losing. And just for another fun fact I mentioned to clients, put this on. If you want to lose 10, 20, whatever amount of weight you want to lose, buy that weighted vest and put it on. See how heavy that feels and imagine how good it's going to feel when you lose that weight too. Thumbs up all around, y'all.
So that last piece, guys, that's more for like a psychological suggestion. It's not really physically going to do much of anything, just to feel it. I mean, maybe there's something I'm like kind of taking for granted in that breakdown, but more so I think just feeling like, man, I'm carrying this extra weight. This is how it's going to feel to take that off. I think that's a really good representation and incentive. Especially for people like parents and those that you're like, hey, I just want to be able to, like, when I have kids, or now that I have kids, I want to play with them, keep up with them. Like, imagine how much easier it would be to keep up with them if you had like 20 less pounds of weight on you. So now we're going to go into a front raise. Again, I'm going to be using the bands for this variation, and we got 12 to 15 reps. Let's get it. We got 2 more. And bam, 12. All right, so now let's get into some glovey gloves while we're going through it. That means I got a 1 minute break. And now we'll look at some of these gloves. Oh, let's go wrist supports first because I have that right there. And round 1 already down. Keeping it going smooth, y'all.
In this video, we're going to be looking at the Air Pop wrist support straps. Now, these are actually really cool and can be really beneficial if you do have chronic wrist issues or anything like that, and you want to have some additional support. So you just kind of hook your thumb right through here. You're going to wrap it around your wrist to give you some added support, as tight as you like and as it feels good. And it can help you kind of, again, keep that alignment in your wrist, give you some support. There's pros and cons to this. Depending on, again, what's going on, if there's an injury there, again, talk to a physical therapist or a doctor. This isn't medical advice, but this can be a great tool to help support your wrists and be able to give you that added support when you're going for maximal lifts or pushing yourself. But again, get some more insight. These can be great options, though. I definitely do recommend them. And the cool thing about this is the material is they're not going to hold on to the sweat as much, so you can wash them, and they're going to be nice and clean and sanitized. So definitely a thumbs up.
Bam, and that time means that it's time to go to work for round number 2. That was almost like perfectly timed and synced with them. So we're going to go into dumbbells next. We'll keep it progressing. Again, I got another round. And if you guys are watching this and you want to have the full workout breakdown, just let me know in the comments. And if you're watching this on like YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, LinkedIn, anything like that, I can DM it to you. Or if you're watching here on Amazon, I could drop it in the chat if you want, or we can figure out, I'll figure out a way to get it to you guys. Again, the point of all this is just to try and continuously add value. So if you guys want to see the workout or anything like that, I want to make sure I can provide that for you guys. So again, we got 12 on this bad boy. everybody's Thursday going? How's the week been going? Two more. Ooh, also, I'll take this time to plug. We have our $1,000 giveaway that we're doing. October 1st, we're making the official prize winner announcement. You have from now until then to join the giveaway for $1,000 cash prize. Or really, it's going to be a gift card, but it's basically the gift card version of cash. You can kind of do whatever you want. You're going to decide if you want it on Amazon, Visa, whatever, and we'll make that happen. But now I'm going to dig into the adjustable dumbbells I have highlighted.
In this video, we're looking at the initial force adjustable dumbbell. Now, the cool thing about this is it's not only going from 55 pounds, but look at how we adjust it. You have a turn of the knob, and then bam, that's how you're going to be adjusting the weight. And then it literally just slides right out, slide back in. Again, adjust the weight, click it into place. And same thing. Now, one thing I want to show you is how is this working? These two little nodules right here are actually activating as springs or as little presses on these springs right here that are the locking mechanism. So that's what keeps it safe, super easy. From my experience, this handle is the fastest to swap out. Definitely a recommend. Now, this is also a single dumbbell when you order them. So if you want a complete set of two, you're going to have to order two of them. Definitely a thumbs up, though.
And bam, y'all, that was perfect timing. Just finished up my set. So now let's dive into what do we got B-roll for next, guys, that I can talk about. Ooh, you know what I realized? I wanted to highlight really quickly because we have a promo code for it for the Fight Us water bottles, the half gallon. Let me grab mine really quick because I just realized I left it in the other room. Hang right here, y'all. And I'll be right back in my water bottle so you guys can see that. Will be a perfect break for our rest too. All right, we're back, y'all. Damn, so I wanted to highlight again the water bottle here. So there's a few things I like and I always look for is A, how much water is it gonna hold? So this is a half gallon, 64 ounces. So it'll tell you your ounces or your milliliters, but it'll also, what's cool is I like this from just a timing cue throughout the day. Like, hey, by 9 o'clock, we're trying to get that half gallon in. So this is a great place to start. What I tend to have clients do that works really, really well is having half of their body weight in fluid ounces every day. At least that's what we're trying to build up to. So for example, well, let me get the camera locked back in on me. So for example, I'm 200 pounds. I'm gonna drink at least 100 ounces of water a day, especially when I'm going to be training. I'm gonna be increasing that number. So that's a really helpful, let me see, there we go. Gotta get the gesture back on. So now let's go into our next round on that military press. Round 3. Let me make sure I distinguish that on the timer. Yeah. Ooh, let's put some music on. Again, guys, we also have our body recomp programs live, lifestylefitness.com. You can check that out. I'm really excited about the results we're getting for clients. I just had another message come in from a client. Over 20 pounds lost, man, and they're 6 weeks in. It's not even the halfway mark, or it's right at the halfway mark, and they're already way ahead of schedule. And it's now we get to focus on the next phase of it, which is really building the lean mass. Once we've gotten a certain amount of fat off, it's just there's a very specific reason why we take the approach that we do and why it delivers the results that it does, you know? So let's get into round 3.
Also, who enjoyed the podcast yesterday with Eric? Definitely want to have him back on, and then with his wife, Zima. There's a fly over here trying to eat up my foot. I'll tell that fly what's up. So yeah, again, we got a nice 15% off promo code for the Vitus water bottle. Claim yours right here below on Amazon, though. You got to be on the Coach Mike channel. The promo code for it, specifically on the Coach Mike one, on the LOF channel, we have a bunch of other great products as well. I am one more round, y'all. Going for round 4 here. Let's see what we got next for our B-rolls here. What do we got up next? What are we going to talk about, y'all? What do you guys want to hear about? Got the water bottles. I talked about that. Ooh, let's talk about the Geek Chef air fryer toaster. This one's a fun one, and I'm excited to see it back in the carousel. Especially back to school, meal prep time. This one can be clutch. So who's getting ready to go back to school for the fall time, all that fun stuff? Who's got kids going to school? I always love to know this from you guys. And then what are we doing? So just to dig in here a little bit more and to highlight, I wanted to have 2 different B-rolls playing. Right up here is the chicken wings. Right over here are the dehydrated mangoes. What I actually did, because I wanted to show you guys, like, I think sometimes when we think about, like, you know, changing up your nutrition habits and whatnot, it's like, oh, I have to have everything from scratch. It has to be perfect. Like, I'll be honest with you, no. Sometimes I don't have the time to make fresh chicken wings, like with my own sauce and whatnot. So I bought these from the store, straight up from the freezer. They already had the buffalo ranch sauce on. I threw them right into the air fryer toaster, threw the settings on, be able to throw it on air fryer. I put it on 20 minutes, I believe, and 10 minutes about halfway through. I just flip them, got them nice and crispy, and they were amazing. So I wanted to share that with you guys specifically for this one, so you guys can understand, like, again, even as a health professional, this is what I do for a living. Ideally, it's great to have organic and fresh and make your own sauce and do all that stuff, totally. But sometimes, based on time and bandwidth and what you have going on, this might be the best option. It's about making the best choice and the best option you have at that time. And being able to have the Geek Chef air fryer toaster can help leverage that a little bit more, have it a little bit more convenient. You don't have to worry about like preheating it and stuff like that, which to me was pretty awesome, because that's one of my hesitations when it comes to using the oven, which I still use at times. It's just like, I don't want to have to preheat it and wait. It adds more time onto it. So literally dial it to 20 minutes, throw them in, flip them halfway through, and you're good to go. And even that, you technically don't have to. I just like to. Now let's slide over to the mangoes here for a second. Looking at these, this is again another one. I'm a huge fan of dehydrated mangoes, but from a cost perspective and also from like a kind of portion sizing perspective, I can spend a lot of money and I can also eat way too much of them. So what I decided to do was, again, get the frozen ones and just throw them in. Now, what you'll notice in this one, they got a little crispy because I put them in for 3 hours straight. What I would recommend after doing it since then is being able to do them from a half hour at a time, let them sit for 10 minutes, flip them, do it for another half hour, then let them rest for like 10 minutes and then see where they're at. And then maybe an hour and a half in usually is gonna be good. I did it for 2 hours this last time, and it came out, again, great, not as crispy on the edges. These were frozen from chunks. What I also did is I got some fresh mangoes now, and I'm gonna slice them up longer and thinner, and I'll shoot some B-roll for that as well if you guys wanna see that, and dig into some of the differences when you lay them down and what it can look like. But I wanted to share that with you guys because I'm a really big fan of leveraging the air fryer and toaster, not adding the calories from oils, and being able to have the versatility it can provide with so many different things.
Bam, y'all, look at that perfect timing. Video finished up right when I finished up my last set. So now we're going to be digging into, what do we got now, actually? Let's look. What's our next superset? So we had press raises. So we got lateral raises, rear delt flies. Oh, yeah. Lateral raise, rear delt flies. Let's get it. Let's also get another B-roll going here for you guys. Oh, Gobi lights. What's up, Gobi? Let's talk about those Gobi lights here for a minute. And also, make sure you guys are checking the inland coupons. We have some really good deals here. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Gobi LED string lights. As you can see, I have them set up here with the lights on. We're going to dig into what it actually looks like on the app and how to get it set up. But before we dig into the app, I want to show you another really cool feature, which is actually the hooks that come built on each one of the light bulbs. You can easily hook it onto if you already have a frame or a setup like that. Super easy to pop on and pop off as well. So now let's look at getting it set up on the app. And for this, you go right into the store. You're going to look up Gobi Home, and then you're going to be able to match it up to whichever product that you have. Now, the cool thing is, again, once you select the actual light bulb, you'll see if the right one pops up. Right there, you see I didn't. And then right there, now that I did, you'll see the brand and the name come up. Boom, it's going to connect. And then once you have it set up, you can even rename it if you want, set up all that fun stuff, and then have complete control from your app, which is my probably favorite feature to these light bulbs, and so many cool settings and details in between. Cool lights, right? I love smart tech just in general. And then when it comes to lights and like everyday functional use, it's just like such a good hand-in-hand kind of combo. So y'all, we're mid-set right now. I'm at 10. There's 11. One more rep. Bam! Got those lateral raises. We'll drop that video. Think now let's go into the rear delt class. So this one I'm gonna kind of change the, you know what, let's do, use the rings on this one. This one's cool because of the versatility that happens with rings, that you can do so many quick combo supersets without even having to like really change much of anything besides walking your feet in or out. Because that's even the thing with like barbells, dumbbells, like you have to swap out the resistance and the weight, the cable, anything, even machines. So it's like measuring out like what do you want from every aspect of your exercise. And honestly, that's like, you don't even have to get that complicated. That's just how I like to think of it from a program perspective for my clients. And that's also why it's the big bucks, y'all. Like it's breaking down all those variables. So it's like the things that my clients don't have to think about. And I'm glad they explain it to them, but it's just one less thing they have to worry about if they don't want to. Then one more. Bam. And also I realized I'm gonna take my belt off because now we're not doing like the military press. I'm feeling pretty good. So let's kind of just cross compare that and see without having that support how the rest of the workout looks gonna feel. All right. So we got side and rear delt. Let's get into the next B-roll that we got. What else we got here, y'all? Set my timer. Ooh, I can't wait to get the half balance ball together. Ooh, let's talk about the workout gloves. Should also have those down here. Yeah, workout gloves.
In this video, I'm going to be going over the Glowfit workout gloves. As you can see, they have the cutoff fingers. And what this is really all about is having the actual grip support and this little like tactile material here that helps get you a better grip. Now, if you don't want calluses on your hands like I have, or you feel like your grip is the failing point, and you want to kind of be able to work past that, these types of gloves can be a great asset. The cool thing about them is also they have a nice stretchy material. They're breathable on the back, so you're not going to be able to necessarily get all that sweat and funk holding into them. But what I will say is when you're using these, this is not going to long-term improve your grip strength. You're relying on the actual material to help you grab that bar, whatever it is that you're grabbing. So the benefit is you can potentially lift more weight, which is going to help your gains. The downside is you may not be conditioning your hands and the grip itself. So just pros and cons there, but definitely a thumbs up if you want to be able to work these benefits.
Almost there. Here's 9, 10, 2 more. 11, and 12. All right. Let's dig into the next one. And now we've got our rear delt flies. All right, so we only got 12, y'all. Hey, we got 4 more. One more. Ooh. All right, got 1 minute break. Let's check the next B-roll, y'all. What else we got? My ball here. See what we got coming now. We did the gloves. Now let's get into the phone holder. This is a good one. This one's, again, not the sexiest one, but it's fun to use, honestly. So I could say it's like mildly fun in that sense of it, but it's super functional. That's the bigger piece.
In this video, we're going to be looking at the Lamicall phone stand. Now, this one is clutch on the engineering design side because it not only has a little area that you could put your cables and your wiring through to plug it in to keep it charging if you're still using while charging. But the other thing I like about this is, check this out. It actually can move, so you can adjust the angle so that this is one I definitely am using now more so during my live streams. So when I'm actually having my phone rest on it, I can play with the angle, especially if I stand up, move, have the adjustability, and then be able to charge it, plug it in, have all the wires and whatnot coming back through here. So definitely a thumbs up. Super functional and highly, highly recommend.
And bam. All right, let's go into next round. Let me make sure my timer. Yep, we're good. All right, let's get it, y'all. Where are bam? Our lateral raise. We'll get our rear delt fly. This is going to be round number 3. Then we're going into one more shoulder superset. We're getting those arms in, y'all. Then, I'm excited. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to be filming a new 5-part workout series for about 20-minute long, quick workouts from everything from HIIT to arms to glutes to boxing and just beginner style workouts. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming out in the reels to come in our newsletter. So if you're not on the newsletter, if you're not already subscribed, check out lifestyleoffitness.com. Get subscribed there. We also have our link tree up. We have our $1,000 giveaway that's going down October 1st. We've had almost 500 entries in the last 4 days, I think. So I'm really excited for the turnout for that. Shout out to everyone that's been following. 2 more. This is the journey to A-lister, y'all. We're on that road. And you guys might be wondering, what are you talking about? Why does that matter? So A-lister, there's 3 tiers. Again, I always like to share as much as I can with whatever I can on stuff. There's 3 tiers on Amazon. There's a rising star, which is tier 1. Then there's an insider, which is tier 2, which is where I'm at and Gina's at. And then there's tier 3, which is the A-lister status. And the reason that's important is as you go up the tiers, not only do you get more financially from sponsors for sponsor deals, but you also get more of a push from Amazon. You get maybe displayed on the homepage of Amazon, or you get higher ranking on product pages. I might be misinterpreting some of the stuff, but there's a lot of added value and benefits. So you get more exposure, but you also get to make more per stream. So that's a really exciting thing. And we get to just reach more people, help more people. That's what I'm excited about as well with it. And the more that, honestly, transparently, we make from it financially, the more time I can allocate to the content, to the streams, to having more team on. I just confirmed with Coach Kelsey, she's going to be coming on August 22nd to do her next Cooking with Kelsey segment. And if you guys have any requests feel free to let me know. I'll share it along with her. If you're already following her online, just comment, DM, let her know on social media. We'll get that content out to you guys. So I'm really excited, especially for this one, because we're going to be using the Kitchen Rescue Pack, one of the items I have in our library that our clients get access to. This is something I wanted to open up and share with you guys. And I've actually given this away completely for free before, because I find that there's just so much value. It'll make such a positive impact that, like, why not, honestly? And I know, like, when you guys see those results, you'll want to work with us more if you have the ability to do so. So it's kind of like a win-win. All right, so do the phone holder. Let's go into, see, we got the tissues next, right? Yeah, we got the ITO disposable tissues. These came in handy the other day when I spilled a smoothie and a protein shake on my keyboard. Let's break these down.
So in this video, we're going over the reusable and disposable face tissues. This is by ITO. Comes in a pack of 80 sheets per roll. And the cool thing is, again, I'm gonna peel one off right here really quick so you can see. It's got dual-sided, so one side has nice texture. The other side is going to be nice and smooth. So depending on what you want to use it for, my wife likes using it for her makeup removal. Then she can rinse it off, reuse it. I personally like using it here in the gym when I'm working out. I get super sweaty. Instead of grabbing a towel, boom, I can just dry myself off. And then again, if you want to, you can rinse it off and reuse it up to 2 to 3 times. Now, my 2 cents on that is I wouldn't reuse it for things like in the gym. I use it once and I get rid of it. But for like facial removal, makeup removal, for maybe if you have a spill, like sometimes I'll spill my seltzer, my water here, I would definitely just reuse it 2 or 3 times for that purpose. But again, use that at your discretion, but definitely a really cool option to have for reusable purposes. And again, having the dual side textural for, again, maybe some exfoliation or makeup remover, and then the smooth side as well. Thumbs up, y'all. Even for...
And bam, everybody. All right, so now let's get into those rear delt flies. We've got one more set. And ooh, I might not actually even be able to get the full workout in here, y'all, because I have another meeting in about like 15 minutes. Just might have to dip out of here. We'll see. All right, we got 1 minute. And because of that, I think I'm actually going to go right into arms just to be a little bit more time effective, y'all. So that means we're going into, what do we got next? So I think that means we've got 21s. So we got barbell, curl, and dips. Ooh, where's set up my dip? All right, let's get that set up. All right, then I'll get the power rack too, so you can kind of see all that stuff. Let's play some B-roll here from my other things. We got the gloves. We already talked about those. Ooh, let's talk about the weighted hula hoop, son. Yeah, weighted hula hoop. Whoop, don't want that one.
All right, y'all, so I'm gonna break it down, this weighted hula hoop. And I gotta say, right off the bat, I was a little skeptical when I got it, just because I thought it was potentially a gimmicky idea. But, you know, after being able to apply it and use it myself, and be able to have my wife use it, and actually just to like look at the just objective kind of data and information around it, this actually gets a thumbs up for me. Again, as a strength conditioning coach, this is one I was like, again, somewhat skeptical of, but looking at how it actually causes you to engage the core, the anti-rotation component of it, and being able to, just from a coordination standpoint, get it to move, it was actually a really solid product. The one thing I will say is make sure you have this thing locked in place. Otherwise, I had it kind of like not fully locked into the magnet, and it kind of came off. So just make sure you're doing that. Otherwise, this gets a complete thumbs up for me. It's actually something I'll be using with some of my in-person clients and recommending to some of my virtual clients as well. So, yeah, y'all.
Bam. All right. So now let's get into, again, we got Do what? We got barbell curl, 12, dips, 12. So we got high volume here. It's going to be awkward a little bit with the position. I'm going to have to move the barbell after the first round. Might keep it on the floor. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, like right here should actually be good. As I hit into that. Bam. This is where the belt could also come in handy going back on, but I'm going to go this round without it. Two more, let's go. And one more. Let's get our dips on, y'all. Dip City. Let's go. All right. All right, so this position could also be a little awkward, but it's going to work out just fine. Let me actually just move this jig up. Just going to pop right over there. Scheiße. All right, so on that one, you can see I'm using a little bit of support on the lower extremity or the lower end of the movement, kind of transitioning from an eccentric load, which is what I was doing last week, to this week because my back's feeling a little tight. I want to add load to it, and I wanted to have that eccentric still, but have this support with my foot to catch myself as needed, but still effective. Still getting the job done is kind of the point, though, y'all. All right, so we got 2 more rounds of that, or actually we're gonna do 4 total. So we got 3 more rounds of that, man. Fini. Let's go through the rest of our awesome products here. See what else we got. Oh, I didn't talk about the screen. Let's talk about this screen, son. Okay.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going to be going over the Magzo screen door. Now, I wanted to show you guys the manual because I always get excited when there's less than a couple steps. It's like 6 steps, literally that simple. And you have 2 basic things. You can have the screen itself that it comes with that you can select from a variety of sizes to make sure it fits your door. And then you're going to have the adhesive tape that I apparently keep dropping with added push pins if you need that support. So all it's recommending to do is we're going to open this bad boy up. You're going to think about if you want it right side opening or left side opening. It says that in there, which I think is a great point. We're literally just going to map all of this out, put it onto the floor, and then you're going to add your tape, be able to set it up the way you want so it sticks right on. Then we take the adhesive part out. Boom. Bust this bad boy out. Check this out. Super simple. It has tape already on, so you're going to open it up. Take off this brown side. That's where it's going to stick right on. And then it's going to Velcro right onto the screen itself. Put it on the border of the frame, sticking it on, keeping it nice and simple. And again, if you need added support, you can use the push pins. So mapping, laying out the screen, putting on the adhesive tape onto the door frame itself, putting that bad boy on, make sure you have it either right opening or left opening. Think ahead of time to make sure it's set up. And then you have the push pins if you need. Definitely a thumbs up. And super excited to have this up, especially with all the mosquitoes in the summertime. Keep this bad boy up so you can keep the mosquitoes out of your house.
Yeah, dude, I gotta be honest. This summer, man, I've been eaten alive by bugs. I don't know what the dealio is, but they've gotten me. All right, you know what? I'm going in this way. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try using, this is where the pull-up assist bands can be clutched, not just for pull-ups, but for dips. So still going to focus on the eccentric, but I'm trying to have a little bit more of like a deload from the bands to help me control the tempo. Whew. Round 2 down. Oh, snap is my jam right here. I don't know if you guys know about this one. Hey. All right, so then after, so that's round 2. We got 2 more rounds to go, and then we're gonna bring this stream home. So if you guys have questions, let me know. I'll elaborate on any of the products in the carousel. If you guys have questions, hit the chat. And don't forget, we got our giveaway going down, $1,000 cash, October 1st. I'm super pumped about that one, man. This is the biggest like cash prize we've given away so far. And I've done like $1,000, $2,000 course giveaways, but this is like $1,000 cash, which I'm really excited about. All right, let's see what else we got that I might have missed. Ooh, the wall. The wall's been holding up really well. Let me actually, hey, I'm getting in super close and personal here. But I figured out, let me show you the wallet here really quick. I'm legitimately using it. It's got 9 slots for cards, debit cards, credit cards, whatever, which is great. But the 2 slots for the cash is really the important piece to me, because I never really carry cash around, especially with a money clip. It was always awkward to hold cash because it would get crumbled up and stuff, and I just didn't like it. So having the wallet's nice. The only thing I will say is there is a difference in like thickness, for sure. Like the wallet's not super thick, but it's definitely gonna be thicker than if I had like 20 cards just in my money clip, you know? But also now I get to carry cash with me. So it's like, again, the give and the take. What are you looking for? You know what? I'm actually, for the next 2, I'm going to throw my belt back on. Have a little bit of that added support since I was just talking about that. Hey-o. Oh, man, I really got to pee now. Now the energy drink and coffee's kicking in. Now the like support on my midsection, this combo is not the greatest for having to pee, I mean. Eight. Two. Come on. All right, let's highlight these awesome sports glasses too. I got my sports shades on. I brought those to Hilton Head. Running with those puppies on. Those have been clutch. Well. All right, I'm tempted to move this height up too, because before I had it because the J hook. Now that it's on, definitely moving it up a notch. It's just like the feet and the knee position. It's a little bit easier, like keeping them off the ground with this height. Yeah. Whew. All right, got one more round, y'all. One more round. Set our timer. Oh, look at that. I'm making them. Kind of cutting it close here, y'all. I'm cutting it close. But we're going to finish out this last round, and then going to get into my next meeting. Oh yeah, what's up? Last meeting, last minute meetings. Let's see what we got here. Oh, what's up, Dr. Dre? Dre knows what's up. All right, one more round, y'all. Last round. Again, if you guys got questions on anything, let me know in the carousel or in the chat. Happily dig into things. The last thing I really didn't get a chance to talk about was the patio umbrella. So we'll get into that last. Hey, you. One more. Woo. Here we go. Last round, y'all. Let's get it. Woo. And bam, that's going to do it, y'all. That is all the time that I've got. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back Saturday. I'm going to get all the awesome sauce going down for more mobility, workout, sponsored streams, all the fun. I appreciate you guys. Let's get our cheers in. And I'll catch you later. Thanks for joining me for the workout and all the fun. Hope you guys enjoyed.